another episode of That's So Bizarre, where I share stories of ordinary people who experience the weird, the wacky, the wonderful. I'm your host, author, hippie, gypsy pirate, Becky Porchot. And we're here tonight with a new friend, Constance Payne, and her dog. What's your dog's name again?
Her name is Penny Poo Poo.
Penny Poo Poo. And I wish you guys were here with me so you could have just seen this whole experience. So I'm here at her office, and it's also her husband's auto glass shop, right? And so it's a totally new scene for me. It's not me in my little office. We're somewhere completely different. And I just helped Constance put a little diaper on her doggie because her doggie
She is now in heat. It is official. So she gets to walk around looking like a little baby.
So I have to say that's a little bizarre. You know, I didn't expect that to happen when I came for a visit, but I'm always open to new things. She had some strange experiences when she was 13. And she didn't have any for a long while, and I'm just gonna kind of summarize. How old were you when the whole seance thing happened?
About 22.
So someone came by her house and did a seance in her home. Is that right?
Yeah, I had rented a room to her, and while me and my husband were out at my sister's wedding in Texas, is when she decided to play with ghosts or conjure them up, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, and apparently she said after that point, weird stuff started happening, and to her and her husband, and it continued on for many years, and it kind of followed them everywhere they moved. So it wasn't specific to the house, but it followed them wherever they went. So the story that I'm most interested in was the out-of-body experience, because I don't hear a lot of those stories, and that's kind of neat, and it does involve ghosts too.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll put that down. She's getting a little heavy. All right, well, the out-of-body experience, it was definitely the scariest. I mean, all the places we lived in have always been haunted, but I guess it was us that was haunted, and everything around us just kind of happened. But so this was a place that had the shadow people and like scary ghosts and just things happening even during the daytime.
Right.
So
stop on the shadow people for a second. Let's talk about those guys. Actually, no, we'll go back to.
Okay, we'll go back.
Yeah, we'll go back to this. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I decided to take a nap. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes after I work out, I take a nap, let my body rest, and my muscle rebuild. So I was taking a nap, and I woke up, or I thought I had woke up. Mm-hmm. I sat up in my bed. Everything was in its place around my room. It was the time of day. It was about like an hour after my siesta, and as I'm turning my head and kind of waking up from sleeping, there's people in my room. There's children and there's women, and they're all various ages, and they were all wearing different types of different period clothing.
So when you saw them, did they look real, or like they translucent?
No, they were real. They were real,
very
100%
real
there. Like I could touch them. It was just as real.
And so here you are. You wake up and there's people in your room. How did you react to that?
I was confused at first. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I was just coming out of my sleep, and so it took me a second, and it all happened very fast because as I making eye contact with one of the women, she starts walking towards me and saying something to me, trying to tell me something, and I can't remember not even one word of what she was saying. But there was also a little boy that was standing in their closet, and he was turned around, and in the moment she was talking to me and coming towards me, he also started to turn around, and I realized that he wasn't trying to scare me at first, which is why he was turned around, and there was something wrong with his face. Okay. And then obviously when I put two and two together, that these are ghosts in my room, and what the hell, I was like, oh my God, I must be sleeping. And I'm like trying to shake myself awake, and I felt my soul go back into my body. Mm-hmm. Like it was when I finally woke up, it was like like a gasp for air, and I was totally freaked out. And the only way that I can really explain it is, my body was still sleeping and my soul had sat up, and that's why I had made this connection with these ghosts. And then, when my soul and my body connected back, that's when I felt that.
And did you? And were you scared while you were
absolutely
there?
terrified? Yeah. I mean, absolutely terrified. It just took me a minute to realize, you know, and then once I realized, you know, that these were ghosts, these were dead people in my room, trying to communicate with me. Then, you know, I freaked out. And I mean, I do wish I knew what she had said, or maybe I was like having a conversation. I don't know. It happened so fast, and it never happened again.
Wow. Excellent. Okay. So, and a lot of people talk about when they do have out-of-body experiences, and I've heard a lot of out-of-body experiences. I mean, I've read a lot about them. You're, I think, the first person I've talked to that actually has had one. Did you do that? Were you able to look down at your body? A lot of people talk about that.
I didn't. Well, I will. There was another out-of-body experience that I had later on in the house that we live in now. It didn't involve ghosts, but I had fallen asleep in my office on the couch, and I was watching, you know, TV, and you know, I thought I was awake watching TV, but I remember seeing my husband standing in the door frame, but I was looking at him from like the ceiling angle, like I could see him standing there, and it was a downward, and I was confused, and I was watching him watch me sleep. And then he was walking towards me to wake me up, and he didn't even touch me yet. And again, like my soul just went back into my body, and it was like, you know, and it scared him. He was like, whoa, whoa, and I'm like, whoa, and then I was we just went to bed, and the next day, you know, I call him every morning. We have coffee time every day, whether it's like physically together, looking at each other, or like on the phone, and so I called him, and I was like, there was something weird that happened last night. He's like, yes, there was. And, you know, and then I told him my version of it, and he's like, yeah, because the weird thing was, he's like, I didn't even touch you yet to wake you. And that was the last out-of-body experience I ever had.
Wow. Huh. So, like, you have this, you don't strike me as kind of a woo-woo kind of like, ooh, it's, you know, like, you know, like out there.
Oh no, I call it like I see it.
So that's just how it happens. So what made these different? Like for the rationalist who's hearing this, what made this feeling different than just like you sleeping and having a dream?
In here.
Yeah.
It was that's what made it different. It was just like this feeling here, because I mean, I've had all kinds of dreams. What are those dreams called when you can control things and make them
lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming. Yeah, I do that. I mean, I fly in my dreams, and I'm like,
woo,
I'm dreaming. Yeah, you know, all that stuff. You know, and I know I'm sleeping, and I know I'm dreaming, and I know it's not like, you know, maybe my soul is wandering around the universe, but then again, I'm also kind of a rationalist too, and then, I don't know. But what made these different, and knowing that my soul did come out of my body, is because I felt it go back in. If that's you know, for lack of a better explanation.
All right. Well, cool. Well, thank you very much. Those are great stories. All right. I'm here with Constance Payne. Say the name of your business again.
Strategic Media and Publishing House.
Thank you guys very much for watching again. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, don't stop believing.